Yo, what's going on, guys? Sigs here, and we're back in with another NBA2K20 video, and today I'll be making a tutorial on how to do the killer crossover combo, as well as give you guys a little bit of more detail with hesitation, in 2K20, basically like the hesitation dribble glitch. It's not a glitch basically, but it looks like a glitch itself because it's instant and it's animation canceling. That's what that hesitation has. Now, before we get to the killer crossover part, just to debunk the Sigs thing, for the hesitations you want to use, it's either Pro 1 or Pro 3, one of the two. I've explained it multiple times, so that's because I don't want to go into my Sigs and show you guys over and over and over when I've shown in the past over and over that it's just either Pro 1 or Pro 3 hesitation. Now, on this character though, I do have Pro 3 hesitation. So reason why, now I just want to re-explain this one more time. Reason why I have Pro 3 hesitation for now, I just want to show you the example because of what Pro 3 has the advantage over Pro 1 is that the jump shot comes off easily. So that's that, which is meaning that if I throw the hesitation, it's instant jump shot. There's no fade, there's no moving fade into a nothing at all, literally nothing at all. So that's that. Anyways, let's get straight into the killer crossover combo. Now this is what the killer crossover combo looks like. Now I always do it in the middle of my rhythm dribble, which is my own, my own type of size up, custom size up that I do that gets me warm, is that I do a momentum between the legs into an escape. Sometimes I start off with an escape just to get the space again, but then I go into a momentum between the legs into an escape. That's just how I do it. Now I like to do this and then do the killer crossover combo. This is what the killer crossover combo looks like. And then I do technically a walking size up after I do the move. So I'll just give another example again. A walking size up, and then you could sprint or do whatever you want with that. So let's break it down slowly. What I do is a momentum between the legs, and after the momentum between the legs, I get into rhythm where there's no right after that momentum and then the between the legs. So you do I press square. Anyway, yeah, so once you do that between the legs, that's where you want to start moving towards the non-ball hand. So the ball's in the right hand, it's gonna end up coming back to the right hand because I'm gonna do a momentum crossover into between the legs. So start off slow, momentum between the legs, right? So the ball's gonna be right back where it came from if you momentum between the legs, right? So once you do that between the legs, get into motion and start going to the left side. Now aim your left stick towards and this is what I always do, even on momentums or whatever, always aim that left stick towards the top left or the top right if the ball's in the left hand. So if you do the momentum between the legs and aim the ball aim the left stick towards that direction, you'll get that fast killer crossover right after the between the legs. So reason why I call it killer crossover, because it's literally a killer crossover, between the legs crossover. I can't make that up. Like, that's actual real move. If you want to go look up a killer crossover, that's exactly what it is, except it's more executed coming down the court instead of doing it right in front of the defender. You can do it right in front of the defender, but it's more executed coming down the court, killer crossover. There was an animation in 2K, but I've triggered it. I don't know if I triggered it in this game. I've triggered it in 2K19 and previous 2Ks. I just don't know what gives that animation. If anybody wants to figure it out, go for it. But there is a move like that, and it's like the double crossover basically. It can create a lot of space. Anyway, onto the move. Back onto the move. Let's be back on track. Anyway, so killer crossover. Right after I do that crossover, I hit L2 instead of, you could just flick the right stick up. So here's an example. You'll flick the right stick up and still get it, but I like to hit L2 even though it's the same. It's literally the same thing. It doesn't really matter and then I go into a spin. Or you could just run your opponent and then just take that, just run that one side. If you want, now when it comes to this move, really do it when you create space. So I recommend, if you have my size up package, which is Zach LaVine, if you have the size up package of Zach LaVine, I recommend you start off with the escape first. Get the space, because a lot of people just like to play tight on you. They just like to play up close and tight on you so you can't get anywhere. So always back up so that you can get some dribbling space in order to execute moves, because then they'll definitely be more confused. So you could, there's so many ways of how to come out of this after doing the move and then trying to combo up with it. So you can just spin, and then you could type roll. Hold on, let me actually execute that right. You could spin and then roll right after. So I keep messing up. So you can spin. Oh no, I messed up. All right. Anyway, you can spin and roll right after. Y'all know what I mean by spinning and rolling. So yeah. I want to teach you as well counters. So instead of pressing L2 and going the other side, 100% recommend you guys to spin right after the killer crossover. So what I mean is do the killer crossover and then spin, so you can get your defender confused or whatever. Or if you just want to, you know, combo up after that spin, you can do so much more. Well, if you know what I know, you can definitely do so much more. So we could do a killer crossover into, oh, I messed up right there. We could do a killer crossover into a spin. I don't know why I'm doing standing spins, but it is what it is. Nope, I don't know why I'm doing standing spins. But yeah, y'all get the idea. So y'all get into a spin, and I'm just messing up terribly. Terribly. I'm gonna do my own dribble tutorial, and I'm messing up myself. It's controller drift, y'all. That's all it is. So we'll start with the other hand better. I'm trying to do the Hesi behind the back out of it, because you could definitely get that animation out of it. It just you just need to trigger the right animation at the right time. My time is just off right now, but I always do it off of this. So this is, oh, mine messed up. Anyway, so we're gonna do the killer crossover combo right here. Come into a spin, and I could do that. And I can shoot instantly and get a green bucket. Sorry for wasting y'all time on that. I was messing up, but I wanted to show y'all an example, and that's why. Let me try. I will just try to do it one more time off the just right off the killer crossover. Yeah, it gets there, but it doesn't give you that spin back that you want. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, you could use this to your advantage as well. You could just literally do the killer crossover and then just blow by your opponent, really. But you just need space, because it's so. I want to explain this one more time. I want to explain a couple of things one more time. You can create space out of it. It's just like after this animation, y'all see me running towards. It's just you can get into defensive animations, defensive bump animations that you don't want to get into. Now, that's not because you're getting clamped. That's literally 2K's fault. It's just 2K's just random animations that are happening. Like 2K's not animations that are it's not, how can I say it? Like, you're not getting put into animations because you're getting clamped. You're getting put into animations sometimes because it's the game. The game randomly puts you in animations. The game's just all random animation inputs most of the time, which is ridiculous and how it shouldn't be, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to deal with it. Anywho, so yeah, always recommend coming up. Remember that, just, you know, hit that little escape real quick, get some space before you even think about it. Because most of the time, lots of people just like to play tight on you, and they don't even. Some people don't play your shot, and some people just don't even like. Some people play up on your shot. They don't even want to give you space. They don't want you to do anything. So always back up, just to get that little bit of space. Anyway, now onto the hesitation part. One thing I like to do the most, if you have the size up package of Zach LaVine, you're at a big advantage. If you don't, and you're probably rocking Kyrie Irving, it's calm. It's all personal preference at this point. There's not a lot of animations in 2K, so if you run your own Sigs, that's perfectly fine by me. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's all personal preference, so it's whatever's comfortable to you at this point, because there's not a lot. Anywho, if you have Zach LaVine, though, this between the legs is deadly. Why? Because look at the speed of the between the legs. This is the preset between the legs that comes with Zach LaVine, or Pro 2, or Stephen Curry, because those are the alternatives to each other. Now, reason why I want to explain this between the legs is because this hesitation, if you keep running towards the ball hand, you'll constantly keep doing a speed boost animation instead of a, how can I say it? Instead of a preset moving animation in the game, or it doesn't make you stop at all. What do I mean by that? So you see the speed boosting move right here, right? You see how I'm constantly, like, you know, just running that side. It's the same way if I were to just flick the right stick up and run that way. It's the same animation. So with that in mind, that makes you think, hey, it involves standing moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it involves all stopping moves. Like, all moves that you're standing on, that's what it involves. And if you still don't get it, it literally means if I hesitate and do it between the legs, I'm gonna do a stand in between the legs. And the between the legs is so fast, it's instant, so you can switch your direction easily. I'd say if you want to hit your opponent with this move, right? And if you're an advanced dribbler out there, and you're still watching this, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. But if you're an advanced dribbler, this will help a lot as well. I say hit the hesitation like 3 times, like 2 to 3 times, right? So what I mean is 1, 2, 3, and then switch direction easily. Easily switch direction. It's just to throw off that defender, because they're gonna think you're gonna you go 2 times, and when you go for the third one's where you're gonna catch them off. Because really, they're gonna think, oh, you're going for a third one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who would go for a 4th, to be honest? If you do want to do it like 4 times, go for it. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? It could probably work. You never know. But go for like good 2 times. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gone. Already switching direction. Pull up, green, you know what I'm saying? Fake my drive, go for a shot, whatever, or just actually go for the drive. And it's pretty deadly. That's where you get that's where a lot of people get the explosive behind the back from. You could repeat, you could really mix it up and have fun with it. Literally, like, I could throw a Hesi between the legs, behind the back. Make them think I'm gonna switch direction, and then like just kill him. Or you could do the explosive behind the back teleport if you want to. If you want to learn that, I have a tutorial. You can go check my tutorial playlist in my channel. Or if you want the link to that, I'll definitely give you guys a link as well. If you guys want the link to that, give it to you. Anywho, so I'm gonna just hit him with a 1, 2 between the legs, explosive behind, teleport, behind the back teleport. Jesus Christ! And now I get a big green. Feel me? It always throws them off. The move is so instant, so it'll definitely throw off your defender. And just know that the hesitation. This is Pro 3, by the way. Like I said, I'm using Pro 3 at the moment. I used to use Pro 1, but right now I'm using Pro 3 just for that jump shot advantage. Because once you throw that hesitation, it's instant standing jump shot. There's no moving jump shot or anything or a fade. It's just straight standing jump shot. So get that in mind. That's why I'm using Pro 3. So very instant. Hopefully y'all get the idea how to use that hesitation. That helps as well. The killer crossover too. You can mix it up a little bit. 1, 2, bop. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely mix it. You could definitely mix it up with that as well. So I'll do a killer crossover right here, run, and then, you know what I'm saying, switch directions real quick, get a little green. Let's try to like make a big combo. Let's try to show you like a big combo out of it. So let's go with 1, 2. One of my basic moves right here. Let's just put all my moves all in one. So green there. Simple. You could do stuff like that if you've been following up on my tutorials. You could literally do stuff like that. I do this move most of the time, but if they play close, you can't get that animation to work 100% of the time. Now, get your little green, cook up on 2s or you ISO and having fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you do have fun on 2K20. I don't, but if you guys do, enjoy. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. A little short tutorial. I mean, I didn't mean to drag it to like 14 minutes, but I wanted to make sure that they get you guys enough explanation, enough details, and just better understanding, because some people just don't understand why these, you know what I'm saying, why would I use these moves? Why do these moves work? That's why I like to break it down to the most, like, I want to break it down to the most as I can, just so that understanding is there, because not a lot of people understand what I say. Not a lot of people understand what other people are saying as well. So that's why I always try to explain my best and try to give you guys as much information as possible, so you can have a better understanding when it comes to dribble. Really, I got it. You can say I have it down to a science, but I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's just what I do. It's my job. So that's that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We have 14,000 subscribers recently. I've been checking the numbers lately over and over and over. Like I said, thank you guys so much for the support, man. I'm waiting for 15,000 subs. Then we celebrate, you know what I'm saying? Because the combo's been real. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. We've been moving. We've been growing, still growing, which is mind-blowing me. But I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can when I upload. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Social media links in the description below. I always say this in my videos. I'm super active on Twitter. You can go check me out there. Follow me on Twitter. I'm constantly there, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be on Twitter most of my time, because that's where I'm at in social media. And yeah, it's been your boy Flip Z. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon if you are new. Please stay notified anytime I upload. And I'm out. Peace.